There are currently faceless channels generating over 100 million views and pulling in an estimated $200,000 to $300,000 in revenue. Usually, those views require years of training in After Effects and hours spent on manual keyframing. But a new method allows you to generate those same professional animations by providing text instructions to a chat interface. Data ranking and animated charts use movement to build anticipation as numbers climb. This keeps retention high, allowing the content to perform without needing a charismatic host on camera. By combining 3 free infrastructure tools, you can build a custom, automated motion graphics studio on a standard desktop. This setup provides the production volume needed to capture that specific market value. To start, you need to install 3 foundational pillars for the local development environment. These are Visual Studio Code, NodeJS, and Git. Download the Windows installers for each tool. The standard installation process is entirely sufficient. Open the files and select the default Next settings until all 3 are fully installed on your machine. Each tool has a distinct role. Visual Studio Code is your editor, Node.js provides the runtime environment to execute commands, and Git handles the background version control. This local architecture is mandatory. Since cloud-based AI cannot physically manipulate files on its own, it needs this local environment to execute code and generate your assets. Open Visual Studio Code and clear the welcome screen. Go to the extensions icon on the left-hand menu and search for the specific Claude Code extension published by Anthropic. Make sure the auto-update feature is enabled. This ensures your local logic protocols stay synchronized with the latest updates from Anthropic. To link the AI, right-click to open a new text file and select Claude AI Subscription on the right. This will trigger a browser window to authorize the bridge between your local editor and your Claude web account. This handshake converts the standard text editor into an autonomous assistant that can reason through and execute complex generation tasks. To turn raw ReactJS code into actual video frames, we need a framework called Remotion. Open a new terminal in Visual Studio Code and enter the Remotion installation command to start the setup. This is a common failure point. Windows security policies often block these installation commands from running, resulting in a red execution error. You can mitigate this by opening Windows PowerShell and manually entering the execution policy bypass command. Type Y when prompted to accept the change. Restart Visual Studio Code. Open a new terminal and run the Remotion command again. When prompted, select the global installation and choose the symlink method. Granting the AI root-level access through this override is what allows it to autonomously compile the final video assets on your machine. Now we can execute a generative task. We'll use a beta chart ranking the top 10 richest people in the world as our example. We'll structure the prompt so the chart starts at 0 and rises dynamically. This specific animation style builds viewer anticipation as the final values are revealed. Input the prompt in the chat interface. When Claude asks to run commands, select Yes, allow all edits this session. You will see ReactJS code blocks and syntax trees assembling themselves in the background as the AI builds the video. The code editor will not show a video file. Instead, once the process is complete, copy the localhost link provided in the terminal. Paste that link into your browser to access the Remotion player. Here you can preview the animation, adjust the frames per second, and simply initiate the final MP4 export. This prompt-to-render pipeline collapses production timelines from days into minutes. You specify the data goals, and the code handles the technical execution. You now have a rendered professional motion graphic. The file is ready to be dropped into any standard editing suite and published immediately. To optimize your first project, follow 3 steps. Write a high-retention script, prompt the AI for a specific data chart to match it, and render at 60 frames per second for the smoothest motion. I want to hear your ideas. What specific type of animated chart are you planning to build for your channel first? Let me know in the comments below. Automating these graphics provides the production speed necessary to keep pace with viral trends. Subscribe to the channel to secure your next technical upgrade.